I was resting in my gazebo, listening to old Hindi songs. Having completed a long-range patrol of 25 kilometers in the high-altitude area, I was snubbed and satisfied about my achievement. President, fellow Toastmasters, and my dear guest. Just then, the telephone rang. It was the adjutant on the other end of the phone. As usual, he was howling like a tiger. He said, the CO wants to meet me for lunch at Balbir at 1 o'clock. I immediately picked up my weapon and started to move up. Balbir was the place where our battalion headquarters was located. It was at a height of 13,000 feet. And I was at a height of 4,000 feet. Under normal circumstances, this distance took 4 hours, but I was given only 3 hours to travel this distance. As I was moving up along with my buddy, I had conflicting thoughts in my mind. Is this unusual lunch invitation a reward or a punishment? Reward, since I completed this patrol in record time, and punishment because it was not supposed to be completed in record time. There were certain objectives to be met, like Toastmasters, recce, surveillance, and intelligence gathering. Obviously, I had chosen to ignore them. Fresh out of the training academy, I had just joined my unit, 8th Battalion, the Garhwal Rifles, and I wanted to show off my physical fitness to my men, the Garhwalis. In retrospect, it was foolish. They were born, brought up, and bred in the mountains, and they had seen it all. As I kept moving up along the zigzag mountain path, I realized that I am still running late. Then my so-called technical brain got a brainwave that rather than taking the long winding route, why not try and climb straight up? I started climbing straight up the mountain and soon realized why the concept of maths are not applicable in this geography. There were vertical cliffs and dense forest which I encountered. But by now, I had lost track of my buddy and the original track itself. I started panicking, not from the fear of meeting a terrorist or stepping on a landmine, but from the fear that I am getting delayed more. Somehow, taking reference of other mountains, I continued my climb upwards and managed to reach Balbir, a battalion headquarters, at 4 o'clock. I was almost 3 hours late. I straight away went to the bunker, saluted the adjutant. He shouted, "Where have you been? What time is it?" I sheepishly glanced at my watch and burst into tears. The adjutant was bewildered at my reaction. He gave me a glass of water and made me sit down. He asked me, "What is the matter?" Between my sobs, I told him, "I just realized I have lost my watch." More than the financial value, it was the sentimental value. That watch was a gift from my sister when she was leaving for the US 3 years back. Before I could get more emotional, the adjutant told me, "Go have your lunch and go back to your post as it is getting late." Obviously, the lunch was the last thing on my mind. While I was going down, all along I was cursing the adjutant and the organization where I had to walk close to 6 hours for a notional lunch and lose my watch in the bargain. As days passed by, I started finding my feet in the unit. And soon, after a few days, after 1 year exactly, I was made the adjutant of the unit. Like my predecessors, I also was putting fear of God into the minds of the youngsters. And I was enjoying this role. Then one day, Nayak Subedar Devi Prasad Shaurya Chakra called me up. He was the platoon commander of a Ghatak platoon. He sounded rather excited. He said, "Sir, we have busted a hideout of Milton. And among other things like arms, ammunition, and communication equipment, they have also found a watch." My heart skipped a beat. And intuitively, before he could describe the watch, I started describing to him. Is it made of stainless steel? Does it have a black dial? And I even told him the brand. There was a pregnant pause at the other end. Maybe he was rechecking the details. And in disbelief, he said, "Yes, sir. How do you know?" I was rather embarrassed to give him the details. I said, "It's my watch. Please, can you return it to me?" The next day, the watch came to me. I was overjoyed at finding my watch. The same night, I threw a party to my ex-adjutant and my CO, the same people whom I thought were responsible for the loss of this watch. This incident taught me one thing. No matter what situation you face in life, you should not lose perspective of things, because you never know what surprise or shock you meet in life. Like Rudyard Kipling said, if you can meet with triumph and disasters and face those two imposters just the same, yours is the earth and everything in it. Thank you.